I would like to apologize beforehand for not saying anything for the longest time. I just couldn't stop smiling. Football season's back, man. Yeah! Enjoy the following video. Thank you from the galaxy's greatest. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today marks the return of the galaxy's greatest on YouTube. What you see here, you probably can't see it clearly. Every single game of the season on one piece of paper to make the most accurate predictions as possible. And by golly, I like my predictions accurate. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Regular season and postseason predictions for the upcoming football season. I can't think of a better division to start off with than the AFC West. I mean, after all, the reigning defending Super Bowl champions Denver Broncos, it's their division. Why not start with the champions? Bad news for the champions, they ain't winning this division. They ain't making the playoffs. They ain't even going to have a winning record. I said it here. You can hold me to it, but they're in last place, 6-10. So who does win the division? Is it the San Diego Chargers? Nope, they're also 6-10. Is it the Oakland Raiders? Almost. But they make a wild card spot at 10-6. That's right, the Kansas City Chiefs at 11-5 win the AFC West. Let's move on to the AFC South. We have the Colts, the Jaguars, the Texans, and the Titans. The Houston Texans, they won the division last year. They're not winning it this year. I got them at 6-10. I'm not believing the Osweiler hype just yet. And I don't trust their defense for it's a little too injury prone. The Titans are going to be worst once again at 4-12. The Jaguars are going to be this close and they're just going to miss it. They're going to make it at 8-8. The Indianapolis Colts at 9-7 will win this division. I think Andrew Luck will have a bounce-back season this year after coming off an injury. I still don't trust their defense that much, but I'm gonna give the edge to the Colts. I'll give the edge to the Colts. After all, I say better quarterback wins the division. AFC East, the New England Patriots, 13-3, win the division. Did you expect anything else? Because it'd be foolish of you to expect anything else. But I will say this. The Jets, they could sneak in there. As a matter of fact, I have them at 10-6, clinching a wild card spot. So who knows? As for the Bills, they're going to fall down a little bit to 6-10. They could sneak in, but I don't know. I'm not too confident on them this year. And as for the Dolphins, well, every year they just expect to sign a bunch of free agents and think the pickle's just going to stick to the window. It's not happening. Sorry, Dolphins fans. Expect a 3-13 record this year. Here we go. AFC North. Cleveland Browns. Sorry, you're 2-14. You're a better team than what your record's going to show. But your record's not going to show. The Bengals will go 8-8 this year, missing the playoffs for the first time in a few years. Sorry. The Ravens will go 9-7, improving from last year, as they're going to get some guys from injury back. They got a lot of injuries last year. But it will ultimately be the Pittsburgh Steelers at 11-5, winning this division. Again, call me biased. I don't care. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Now that we're out of the AFC, let's go to the NFC. And let's stay up north. And there will be a domination of this division. The best team in the league, record-wise, 14-2, goes to the Green Bay Packers. But don't be sad, Vikings fans. Even though you're not winning this division this year, you are staying in the wild card, for I have you at 11-5. Chicago Bears will go 7-9. For coaching reasons only. I don't trust their defense at all. I barely even trust any players on that team. But I think good coaching will get you a 7-9 record. And the Lions Bad news, you're 5-11, but I think you're a better team than what your record will show. I think Matthew Stafford could have a great year this year, even without Megatron. It can happen. I mean, look at what happened with Cam Newton last year without Kelvin Benjamin, and he had his best year yet. I think that could happen to Matthew Stafford this year. Unfortunately, don't see a winning season for you guys this year. But that is the NFC North. To the tricky NFC East. Now, it's a bit of a mess down there. Let's start with the messiest team, which would be the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, they could be a surprise team. Unfortunately, I don't see this being best case scenario for them. It's a little too messy right now. Not everything's there yet. I say give it another year or two for Philadelphia, but I'm saying 6-10. As for last year's division winners, the Redskins, they're falling to third this year. I think it's going to be a bit of a down year, even though they picked up some pretty good guys on defense. I think they just might be a little more hype than action. I think it could be a bit of a bust with Josh Norman. So I have them at 7-9. The Dallas Cowboys are going to be much better this year as long as they stay healthy. But I think this is going to be one of those mediocre years once again for Dallas, and they're going to hit 8-8. Because I have the New York Giants at 9-7 winning this division with a new clean look. Let's go south. And once again, for I believe the fourth year in a row now, I believe last year's NFC champions, the Carolina Panthers, will win the NFC South once again at 13-3. Now, bad news for the other teams, you're all under 500. Tampa Bay, you'll be in second place at 7-9, showing some improvement. Atlanta, I have you at 6-10. I think you might be a little better than what your record will show, but you're 6-10. Sorry. And as for the Saints, it's not 2011. Your offense is still great. You can score a lot of points. But the other team's going to score a lot more because your defense is garbage. Sorry. That's just a fact of life. And finally, we have the NFC West. Let's start with the last place team, which I have being the San Francisco 49ers at 4-12. It's not going to be this year where there's a huge improvement. It's going to take some time. I think Chip Kelly can do some good things in San Francisco. I think he might be better off in San Francisco than he was in Philly. It's not going to quite show the first year. I think give it some time, and I think there'll be some progression. In third place, we have the Los Angeles Rams. I don't see them breaking a winning record this year. I just don't like... I don't trust Jeff Fisher as head coach. I mean, I could be proven wrong, but I just don't like the situation that much. As for the Seahawks, they'll be in the wild card once again at 11-5. They are a bit on the decline, but they're still a good enough team to make the playoffs. But it will ultimately be the Arizona Cardinals winning this division once again with a 12-4 record. And that's all I really got to say about that. And there you have it. All 32 teams gone through. Time for the playoffs. Let's start with the AFC. Our seedings are Patriots in first, Steelers in second, Chiefs in third, and Colts in fourth, followed by the Raiders in the fifth, and the Jets in the sixth. And as for the NFC, we have the first seed, Packers, second seed, Panthers, third seed, Cardinals, and fourth seed, Giants. And our wild cards are the fifth seed, Seahawks, and the sixth seed, Vikings. In the wild card round, we will have the Jets at Kansas City. I have the Chiefs winning that game. We have the Raiders in Indianapolis, and I have the Raiders upsetting the Colts. We have the Vikings at the Cardinals, and I have the Cardinals winning that game. And the Seahawks at the Giants, and I have the Giants pulling a big win in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Now we are in the divisional round. We have Kansas City at Pittsburgh, and I have the Steelers winning that one. We have Oakland at New England, and I have the Raiders pulling the upset of the century. Revenge from the Tuck Rule game. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals at the Carolina Panthers, and I have the Cardinals winning that game. And the New York Giants at the Green Bay Packers. I have the Packers just edging out the Giants in Green Bay. Now we are in the conference championships. The AFC Championship. The Oakland Raiders, Pittsburgh Steelers. In a close game, I have the Steelers winning, going on to Super Bowl 51. And either way, we will see a Super Bowl rematch. But will it be a 43 rematch with the Cardinals or a 45 rematch with the Green Bay Packers? Drum roll, please. That was a terrible drum roll. I have the Arizona Cardinals winning in Lambeau, going on to Super Bowl 51 to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And who wins Super Bowl 51? It will be the Arizona Cardinals. That's right. I'm not going with my team to win the Super Bowl, although I want it to happen. My heart says Steelers. My head says Cardinals. So there you have it. My full predictions for the upcoming season. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you stuck around this long. If you liked it, please give a thumbs up. It helps out. And please, if you want more content, hit the red subscribe button. I think it's red. It should be red. Yeah, it's red. Hit the subscribe button because it supports me. And as always, leave your comments down below. Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl? Do you agree or disagree with some of my records? I want to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the Galaxy's Greatest. I'm out of here. It is super hot. Catch you all later.